Hello and welcome to Long's Toys. Today I have two Transformers Generations reviews for you here. This is Swerve with Flanker and Cosmos with Payload. I'm very excited about this because I have been looking for these guys for quite a while. It was kind of rumored that they were coming out a while ago, but then they kind of got pushed back, so just really happy to finally get my hands on them. Here's a little bit close-up of Swerve and Flanker. Really like the IDW art up here. Here is the back. Here's the bio if you want to take a look at that. I like the tech specs on the bottom. Here we have Cosmos. Again, really like the art. They have numbers on the side. He's number 6 and I guess he is number 5. Here's the back. Again, if you want to read the bio. Tech specs. There you go. So let's get these guys out of the package and take a look. Alright, so up first I'm starting with Swerve and Flanker. And this is what they look like right out of the packaging. I think Swerve looks excellent. I love the paint. I love the color scheme. I think it's just a fantastic little figure. This piece you can kind of raise up or push down. I like it pushed all the way down. His head just kind of rocks back and forth. I don't think it can turn. It just rocks back and forth. Shoulder here is on a ball joint. Then he's got a ball joint here in the elbow. Ball joint on the leg at the hip. And then 90 degrees at the knee. Mostly because of the transformation, but also, you know, knee articulation. But he's just a lot of fun. He's a cool, squat little figure. I really like the color scheme. I love the blue of the visor. If I can get a little bit closer here on the head. He's got kind of a smirk, which is kind of funny. I love the blue visor. And I love the Autobot symbol painted on his chest. And I love that these vents here are painted silver. It's a nice touch. And even these little vents up top here. A lot of nice little painting touches. Really like it. Alright, I'm going to stand him over here. Ooh. There we go. And then we have Flanker. He's a cool little minicon. You can kind of already guess his transformation. This pops up. And the wings fold back. And then he's got arm articulation, and that's it. Now to transform him to gun mode, all you do is right below the head, you can kind of grab one of these little white parts sticking up, and then this will come out, and this whole section, this tab will fit right here into that, hold on, let me focus. This tab will fit into this slot right here at the top, so you just pop that around over top of the head. And then you can pop this red handle down. Easier said than done, it seems. There we go. And there you go. I think it's one of the better gun modes. Because, I mean, you can tell it used to be a plane, but at least it hides the minifigure's face. So, I think it looks pretty good. I really like the 3 cannons here. And he has no trouble holding it. Just pop it right in. Looks good. I think it's a pretty good little target master here. But now we'll go into Swerves Transformations. Very nice and easy. This part here, you just kind of pull forward and flatten. You can push the head back a little bit. Then you're going to pop these arms up here. And you'll see that this section will kind of, you know, fit right in there. Now, the directions show that these tabs on the arms peg in here, but it doesn't really look like they have anywhere to peg. So what you have to do is actually, like at the hips, push it forward a little bit, and then you'll see the little tabs. And then the tabs on the hands will just tab right in there very nicely. So then you can see that this whole front section is all tabbed in nice and snug. Then you just push the 2 feet together, and then this whole section just flips right around. And there you go. I think it's a really nice little car mode, little off-road vehicle. Rolls nice. And you can, it does have a hole on the top here, so you can peg flanker on there. There you go. He's ready for action. So I have to say, I really, really like both of these. The Minicon and Swerve and Flanker. I think they're just a great little set. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to Cosmos. Okay, so right out of the package here we have Cosmos. And, sorry, I'm blanking on his name right now. Payload. This is Payload. I think Cosmos looks great. I was never able to get a hold of the Cosmos Legend that came out years ago. That was kind of like a real flat saucery disc. I've always wanted a Cosmos. I've always kind of really liked the character. And I wasn't able to get a hold of that, so I was very excited that I was able to get a hold of this. Because from what I'm told by people who have both, this is much, much better. He's got head articulation. His head can swivel back and forth. He's got, now this joint right here just moves up and down. But then in here, there's a ball joint on this side. So here's just an up and down hinge, and then right here it's a ball joint. So you can move this all around, and then you can move the whole thing up and down a little bit. And then he's got a ball joint here in the elbow. As far as this moves a little bit here as well, right above that. Here in the waist, he does have a little bit of waist movement as part of the transformation. It's a little tight, but you can move it. And then he's got a ball joint here in the hip, and then a ball joint underneath that. But then he's also got kind of a second knee down here. Now this is mostly for the transformation, but you can move it around. So pretty well articulated for as tiny a figure he is. I'll give you a little bit of a close-up here on the head. And again, just like Swerve, I'm blanking on names for some reason. He's painted very nicely. A lot of nice attention to detail. Love the Autobot symbol, nice and clean. So definitely loving the paint on both of these. Alright, I'm going to show you Payload real quick. Again, he's got a very nice Autobot symbol. Again, you can pretty much see the whole robot underneath. In fact, his robot transformation is literally just this hinge here. The wings fold back like that, and that's it. There's your robot mode. And again, he only has arm articulation. Now to transform him into a gun, and it's important to note that the instructions that come with it really don't make any sense. They kind of show him half transformed into gun mode already, and then kind of transform him back into robot mode. The instructions don't really make sense, but what you do is you just pull this part up. It covers the robot head and becomes the handle. You swing these arms around 180 to get them out of the way. And then right here, this part, you just slide it back. Just like that. I'll show you again. Slide that back towards the crotch, and that just exposes the gun barrels a little bit more. And that way it looks a little bit, more like a gun. So you don't literally just have the robot turning like this. It does a little bit to make it look more like a gun. And he has no problem holding it. I think he looks pretty good wielding it, actually. I'll put this off to the side for a second so we can move into the transformation. Start by pushing the head in. Nice and easy. You're going to fold these back and they kind of clip in place. You can see there's kind of a slot right here. Get a little closer. Kind of a slot right here that this little tab goes into. Just like that. Same on the other one. Then right here, right at the top of the yellow, you're going to turn this whole, actually I'm sorry, come around here and lift this part up to get it out of the way, this little flap. Then you're going to turn it right here 180 degrees. And mine's very tight, so just be careful. Then you're going to kind of do the same thing with this part where you just kind of push it in to make a circle. This part, you're going to turn this down like this. And if you come around to the back, these, see how there's a tab or a hole there and a hole there, and there's a tab right there and there. You're going to push this together, and there's also a tab right there. So you're going to tab these together and push it down, and then this will peg down into the two holes on this, and that makes for the whole back end of the spaceship. Very nice and tight, and tabs all together. Very well done. Then with this, you're going to bring this part up, just like that, and then these just kind of turn around, and it's very intuitive to show you're just finishing off the circle. Now, down here, these two parts don't really connect together, but there are a series of tabs, right here and here, and right here and here, and that's what you kind of clip this part into. So the individual legs clip onto the individual arms, and they don't really meet in the middle here, but you have this nice tab in the back to keep it all together. So it takes, they have a tendency to kind of pop out as you're putting it all together, but if you just fiddle with it a little bit, you will eventually get it all tabbed in. And then I think the spaceship mode looks great. I love the little fin on the back. The head's completely hidden. And I love the two little guns in the front. I just think it's a great looking flying saucer mode. Again, nice detailing here with the yellow accents. Even though you can see the joints, I think it's still, like the yellow still looks nice. They could have made them green to hide it, but I feel like it doesn't matter. I still think the little, just another yellow accent, it doesn't take away at all. Now, unfortunately, there's not like a hole on the top like with Swerve or on the bottom to peg this in. You can't really peg this in. What you can do, if you push this back closed and transform him back to his shuttle mode, these two holes here, the barrels of the gun, can connect to the two guns from Cosmos, and you can kind of dock that way. It's not really a weapon, but the two of them could link together and fly through space like that. It doesn't mention it in the directions, but I assume it was meant to be done because it fits perfectly. But I have to say, I really love this space shuttle mode, and I love this Cosmos figure. Payload's alright. I don't think he's the strongest minicon, but, they're minicons. They have simple transformations, and they also turn into guns, so they're like minicon target masters. When something's this small and needs to have 3 modes, there's not a whole lot to play with, but I think they look pretty good. I have to say that I really love both of these. As far as the Generation Legend line go, I was a bit skeptical when I first saw pictures of Bumblebee and Optimus, but this line has really come a long way, and I think these two are great additions to the line. I love Swerve and I love Cosmos, and the Minicon Target Masters they come with aren't bad either. They're definitely better than like the Waspinator one that came with Starscream, or the helicopter that came with Bumblebee, whose name I can't remember right now. But I think the line is definitely getting better. I hope with the movie line coming out that these don't end. I know there's supposed to be an Insecticon and then like a white car. I think it's an Autobot. I'm not sure. They might both be Decepticons since this wave was both Autobots. Not sure. But after that, I'm not sure if we'll be getting any more of these. Usually when a new movie line comes out, it kind of sweeps everything that's currently out under the rug and just takes over and dominates. So I hope that doesn't happen here, because I really like this line. These two are fantastic. I hope I'm able to find the 2 Decepticon ones that are coming out next, and I hope they continue. I hope they make some more. If you're collecting this line, or even if you're not, I definitely recommend both of these. They'd be two great ones to get, and if you wanted to go back and track down the other ones, they're probably not hard to find. I found both of these on Amazon, but I have heard that they're starting to show up in stores now. So, like I said, definitely recommend both of these. Go out and find them. They're around $10 a piece, $10 for a guy and his Minicon. I think that's very reasonable, very affordable, and they're a lot of fun. But please tell me what you think in the comments. Please like and share this video. Please make sure you're subscribed. There's links down in the description for my Facebook and Twitter. Please make sure you're following me on there. My 100th video giveaway is still going on, so go ahead and check out my 100th video of the Kachidoki lock seat and Kachidoki arms, and there'll be instructions at the end of that video on how to enter, so please check that out. I hope you enjoyed this review of Transformers Generations Swerve with Flanker and Cosmos with Payload, and thanks for watching.